Let's not throw money at it. By Anna von Reitz. Additional insight provided to H.E. Cardinal Mamberti and the Vatican Chancery Court in regard to our claims, March 6, 2005 January 19, 2023, in Seek. One of the curious offers we have received is the QFS quantum financial system, and money defined as digital currencies in payoff accounts assigned to each clueless American, ideas, practices and proposals that continue on the tradition of making something out of nothing. We gratefully decline all offers and proposals that would result in a cashless society controlled by the same crooks responsible for this entire situation, and we counter-offer their immediate and permanent liquidation without replacement or any additional offers of service that we cannot trust them to provide. If these municipal corporations couldn't provide us with 18 simple, enumerated, and mutually stipulated services, we see no reason to continue any pretense of needing or wanting service contracts that they have willfully conspired against, violated, and evaded. We wish for them to be liquidated and gone. We shall take possession of our property and direct our honorable soldiers as a national defense force paid by our own paymaster, no mercenaries desired or required. The offending municipal and territorial corporations are not allowed to claim or use any American assets or credit resulting from American assets, and they have no permission to use any of our assets or credit, including assets and credit cashiered in public accounts, and phony trusts that have been employed by the same offending municipal corporations to launder money and oppress the people of this country. They have had no contract to use the global collateral accounts since 2005, and the rest of all the securities, in fact, belong to us, other national governments, and living people. These corporations simply need to go, liquidated, all assets returned to us, and all their officers and attorneys need to stand down without further excuses. We have a peaceable civilian monetary system that is transparent and set up to return prepaid credit. That is all that is immediately necessary, as our American silver dollar is still completely intact, and our recently authorized American Federation dollar, gold standard, is also ready to go, along with all the uncut precious metals-backed Kennedy dollars that have been sitting, parked, for 60 years, while all this insanity flourished. Certain members of the military-industrial complex have endeavored to make lemonade out of their lemons, including the Crimson Gate project they backstrapped at Right AFB, and are trying to make themselves look like heroes with everything from fighting lizard-like aliens to giving back money to Americans. Let us point out the obvious: it is now and always was our money and our credit, not theirs. They have acted as dishonorable thieves and mercenaries for 160 years and broadly committed inland piracy against our country, the former Commonwealth countries, Japan, and most of Western Europe. They need to seek and accept any amnesty we will give them as officers of commercial corporations caught red-handed in the commission of fraud and other illegal acts, as well as unlawful activities detrimental to the living people and planet. We are not interested in cutting any deals with these miscreants or depending upon them for any more services. We are interested in seeing these municipal corporations liquidated permanently, and not replaced by any similar structure. Our credit was stolen, and it is our credit that we wish to have returned, prepaid, along with control and possession of all our purloined physical assets, including our gold and silver, our land, our unique estates, our good names, our trademarks, copyrights and patents. This includes all property illegally and unlawfully seized upon via the 1934 Emergency Securities Act and Emergency Banking Acts of 1933 and 34, and all other similar illegal acts of military conscription and confiscation promoted by the use of unauthorized military districts and military district courts, and their subsidiary state-of-state franchise courts. We note that the principals responsible for the then offending corporations agreed to underwrite the return of our silver on a dollar-for-dollar basis, 1 ounce of fine silver for every Federal Reserve note printed and exchanged. That debt, plus interest, is now due and owed by those same principals and underwriters, despite their fraudulent abuses of corporate bankruptcy privileges and the fact that no such vast reserves of mined silver exist on Earth. All those responsible can either come forward honorably and ask for forgiveness or terms, or they can all consider themselves foreclosed and forfeit. XRP and any other anything pretending to operate as viable currencies, digital or otherwise, need to hit the scrap heap, and all the corporations responsible for this mayhem need to be liquidated with all purloined assets returned to us and to our control without exception. The Paid credit accounts need to be denominated in terms of American silver dollars, or gold equivalents, and paid out to people in each country according to their freely chosen standing, and it all needs to be handled either directly by our American government or by the restored national governments of the people in each country impacted by this fraud and illegal territorial occupation. We will not be held hostage or led around by the nose by our employees or anyone pretending to have any implied trust arrangement with us or anyone pretending to administer any public trusts established in our names. We declare and freely proclaim that no such arrangements exist. Any and all would-be executors de son tort need to disappear or face immediate arrest and prosecution, up to and including public hanging. We will not pay for occupying or defending any other country. Those with whom we have enjoyed peaceable relations, including Russia, may be assured of our friendship. Everyone, in every country, needs to wake up and do their duty to self-govern, and all these obnoxious criminal municipal corporations and territorial service corporations need to disappear like so many puffs of smoke. We will not live in a cashless society dominated by incompetent and self-interested municipal corporations. The B, E, A, S, T and the B, A, R, and the Q, F, S, and all their codes are equally dead, subject to our liquidation demands, and so far as we are concerned, already gone. This business needs to be cleaned up and cleared out. We wish for the very floors to be scrubbed clean, literally. If any federal employees are interested in offering us additional services for hire, let them be advised that these are the kinds of services needed, along with mops, buckets, and lots of soap. Issued by Anna Maria Riesinger, Fiduciary, the United States of America, in care of Box 520994. Big Lake, Alaska, 99652.